My name is Richard Stubbs. I'm running for Assembly District 20. I've never really run for anything but the City Council, and that was about 16 years ago. But I'm really kind of tired about what has happened, and I decided to get into the race. I've been married to the same woman for 42 years. We have 6 children and 29 grandchildren, and that's one of the reasons I'm running. I want them to have the same kind of America that I do. I spent 16 years in the United States Marine Corps. I started as a private and I got out as a captain. And then I applied for chaplaincy, and I spent 5 years in the Navy as a Navy chaplain, 2 of it at Marine Corps Base Parris Island, where I was the Weapons Training Battalion chaplain for that 2 years. I'm a constitutional conservative, and I'm also a Republican, but I'm a constitutional conservative first. I believe that we need more states' rights and more individual rights, that the federal government is encroaching upon the states and the individual. And it's time for assemblymen and senators from the state to stand up and say, no, we have states' rights, we're a sovereign state, and we're not going to take all of these unfunded mandates and other things that the federal government gives to us. So I think it's going to take some courage to do that, but unless we do it, we're going to have all kinds of unfunded mandates, other requirements that are going to bust an already busted budget. So I think we need to start standing up for our states' rights.
My name is Crescent Hardy. I'm running for this seat because I am a small town boy from Mesquite. I've lived in Mesquite all my life, and in Nevada all my life. I'm a 4th generation son of a farmer and rancher. We have a long legacy in this state. My grandfather was the first baby born in Mesquite. Have a great love for this state which we live. Do have concerns about the direction the state is going, both financially and ethically and morally, where the things are happening in this state. I would like to see that my grandchildren and children have the right to grow up to the same education, the same moral values, the same concepts that I was taught, and continue to grow as that type of state. I believe that I have the ability to do this challenge because I am a small business owner. Had to make some hard decisions over the last 2 years. Laid off over 130 employees that didn't deserve to be laid off, but the economy changes, times change. I'm up to the challenge to do what I have to do as a representative of the state of Nevada and assemblyman. I think that's what it takes right now, is the heart and the guts to do things. Appreciate the service of anybody. And I've also felt like that I'm obliged and obligated to do all I can do as an individual. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lynn Goya. I'm running for Assembly District 20. That's the area from Mesquite to Boulder City down to Laughlin. It's the outside area of Clark County. I've lived in the area for 18 years. My youngest son is a Nevada native. All my kids have gone through school in Boulder City High School, all of the Boulder City schools. My husband has worked with the developers in the building industry for the past 15 years and was laid off last year. I don't know any family in Nevada that hasn't been affected by this economy. My daughter is 24. She's been out of school for 2 years. She's teaching English in South Korea, which is a wonderful experience, but I want her to be able to come home sometime. My son is 21. He's graduating from community college and trying to find a way to study physics on a 4-year school so he can get his 4-year degree. My 15-year-old is in high school, having a great time, but trying to figure out where he's going to land when he gets out of school. So I think it's really important that we think about where we're going, where the state's going to go, if we want to continue the downward spiral, if we want to reverse the spiral and start going up. I have some ideas. I've been working with other people around the state to try to reverse the spiral, to start to grow the economy again in Nevada. We have some unique resources and some unique opportunities, and I'd like to bring those forward.
Hi, I'm Maria Dunnigan. I'm an account executive with Office Depot and an owner of Four-Star Generals Clean. So I represent both the employed and the business owner, small business owner. I do have one question really quick because taxes are a big issue with us at all times. And the Taxpayer Protection Pledge, let me give like just over the mic really quick what it is. It's politicians often run for office saying that they won't raise taxes, but then quickly turn their backs on the taxpayers. In a taxpayer protection pledge, candidates and incumbents solemnly bind themselves to oppose any and all tax increases. Have any of you signed for that?
I have not signed a taxpayer pledge, and this is the reason. I'm a constitutional conservative. I'm an individual. I'm not a collective, and I don't believe in joining collectives to try to do this type of thing. And I think that it would be a cop-out to do that. I believe that the tax system in Nevada is upside down in many ways, and if I could get the Democrats to talk with me about it, I think that we could improve the tax system without raising the complete tax. In other words, keeping it level across the board. As an example, we pay a very, very high tax when we register a car. What's interesting to me is the cars that are the newest are the ones that have to pay most of the taxes, while the cars that are oldest and would be the worst for the environment pay the least taxes. I think that's unfair, and also it causes problems with our automobile business base. I think it should be at least level to where everybody pays the same amount, and I would even say that we need to really look at that to make sure that our automobiles business starts to grow again. I think there are also a lot of cars that are registered outside of the state. People do it legally, but if our taxes on automobiles were level, some of these people would register these cars in the state, which would increase the amount of taxes to the state. Without increasing taxes, it would increase the tax base.
I'm Crescent Hardy. No, I have not signed that tax pledge, and I will not sign that tax pledge, mainly for one reason, is I believe that the minute you say sign something, you'll be like George Bush Sr., guess what, something's going to happen and bite you. But the other thing is there's nobody in this room or in this country, I don't think, will fight harder to keep taxes from being raised. The problem we have with our nation, I believe we're all responsible for what has happened. Reason why is we create the government that we hate. We require too much of the government. We ask too much of the government. That needs to stop. I'm going to do everything that I can stop that. I have the intention of cutting. That's what I have to do in my business to survive. I believe that's what states are no different than businesses. When you're running a public entity, it is a business. Certain things have to be cut. We need to get these taxes back within a balance of what's happening within this state. Things can't grow in the public sector faster than the private sector grows. Thank you.